Hi, everyone, and thank you for joining us. My name is Maria Fontana, the host of the Business Growth Made Easy podcast. And today I have a special guest, Marian Grande. She's going to be helping us navigate through something that so many of us in, successful professionals go through. I've gone through it myself: divorce, separation, family litigation, issues of that nature. So welcome. Hello, Marian. How are you?
Hi, I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm awesome. So why don't you tell the audience, a little bit about yourself and your magic? Like, what's your magic in this world, and why do we need to listen to you?
Well, my background is over 16 years in family law and civil litigation. I am a family law mediator. And basically, my magic is helping people settle without any court involvement.
Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. So let's talk about, like I said, so many of us, most of my clients, my audience, they're all very, high performance professionals, salon professionals, holistic practitioners, they're service providers, they're busy. And sometimes these things happen. It's a part of life. So I wanted to bring you in to share with them that there is hope. And what would be the two things that, if someone's, getting ready to be separated, they're headed for divorce, whatever their situation may be, what are the top two things that you recommend to them today that they can walk away with after listening to this podcast or watching this video, that they can implement to their lives that will make a huge difference in their outcomes, like, financially, personally, in every way, right?
Yeah, for sure. The first thing is to educate yourself. I know a lot of people think their first course of action is to contact a lawyer.
Right.
And that's actually not the case. There are a lot of alternative dispute resolution processes in place to help people. So that's the first thing. And the other thing I'm going to say for sure is self-care. You really have to take care of yourself. It's a difficult time. Things do get better, but you're in the thick of it as soon as you decide to separate, for sure.
Yeah, so those are great tips. So, what do you think is well, how about you tell us the big difference between what you're doing, mediation over litigation? Because I know I went through the litigation end, and I wish I knew someone like you when it happened to me. It would have been probably so much less stress, so much less money, so much less animosity. So tell us a little bit about how how mediation can help someone who's going through this type of separation.
Yeah, absolutely. There are so many positive benefits when you go to mediation over litigation. The first one, and it's a big one, is cost. Mediation tends to be about 75% less expensive than retaining lawyers. So that's a big one.
Yes.
The other one is time. Court can be extremely time consuming. A trial can take years to get to court. I've seen cases where it's taken in excess of 10 years, cost in excess of $100,000. So that's a big difference. And those are the main reasons people go to mediation over litigation. But there's so many other benefits. Court records are public records. Mediation is kept private. It's called a closed mediation.
Wow, I didn't know that. That's interesting.
Yeah, so anything you discuss in mediation, if you do end up going to court at a later date, can't be used against you. They're sealed, basically. So that's another big one. We're talking about sensitive family matters. And I know for me, I wouldn't want all that to be public knowledge. Anyone can get access to it, right?
Yeah.
So over 85% of cases are actually resolved through mediation. So they don't even need to go to court. You don't need to hire a lawyer for them.
That's really,
yeah. And the other thing is, of course, it's non-adversarial. So you walk away, you're not continually fighting. It's not good for your stress level. It makes co-parenting very difficult, right? So that's another big thing. You walk away, I think, with a sense of peace.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, I have a question for you, only because I've been through it and I have 2 children. How does the whole child support, agreeing on co-parenting, agreeing on like the finances, without a court order work. Because I have to be honest with you, and I'm sharing my dirty laundry, court orders, as far as I'm concerned, they're useless. So I won't get any further into that publicly, because this is globally.
Basically what we do is we start creating financial statements for both parties, right? From there, we ask for financial documents that each party relies on, things like bank statements, credit card statements, things of that nature, pay stubs, stuff like that. And then what we do here in Ontario, we have child support guidelines and spousal support guidelines. So we pull those up. Yeah, we pull those up based on your financial statement, and that will give a good determination of what range you should be in. It's usually a low, mid, and high range. Okay. So somewhere in between there is what we strive for. And the other thing I wanted to mention, which is really great in mediation, is you don't have a judge making a decision for you. So you make your own decisions. So that's another huge benefit to mediation, especially when you're negotiating around numbers and kids and things like that. Those are sensitive topics again. So I would highly recommend mediation because you're making your own decisions. So and you have a say.
And would you say, Marian, that also for a lot of business owners, because again, so many entrepreneurs, so many CEOs, that mediation is actually the smartest way to go to protect their assets, to really not have so much turbulence and really not to blow so much cash on, like I said, been there, done that. And if I could have gone a different route, or I would have been educated, I may have made smarter decisions in the whole process. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, you know what? I hear a lot of people say the same thing, if I had known about mediation, right? I know hindsight is 20/20, but yeah, I really like to educate people on mediation because a lot of people don't know it's out there and they don't really understand what it's about, and it's sad when people are spending so much money on legal fees, and that money could go towards their kids' education or a future home or whatever they choose. But certainly I'm a big advocate for that. Because I've seen so many people lose a lot of money over a divorce proceeding when you go through, the court system.
Yes, and that's a fact. So I wanted to just, tell everyone in the audience that you can reach out to Marian Grande. She is located in Canada, but she can help you globally. She offers tons of advice, not only advice, but factual things that can help grow your knowledge of if you're going through that tough time, because it's not a great time for anyone. Even though the best thing you're doing afterwards, it is definitely not easy, and I speak from being there. So in the description below, if you're on the podcast or if you're watching us on YouTube, you can connect with Marian. Marian, is there anything you want to share with the audience before we sign off today? Anything that you think they should know, that they should really think about if they're having a little tumultuous time in their relationship, that they can take away today?
Yeah, the one thing I did want to say is, aside from mediation, we offer life coaching as well. So if you're in the process of thinking about separation, you don't really want to go that way. We help with relationship coaching and divorce coaching as well. And we try and help people first and see if this is a situation that they can fix. And then if it's not, and then they both decide that they want to go their separate ways, then we can go the mediation route. But we offer that service as well. We're trying to reach as many people as we can to help as many people.
That is so impactful and positive. And I think that if, you're in that situation, I think that is the way to go. I am so grateful that you shared this with everyone. And again, it might be people like, wait, this is a business, growth podcast. Why are we talking about divorce, mediation? Because guess what, guys? It's part of reality and it's part of the stuff no one wants to talk about. So I wanted to enlighten you. Marian is an amazing, amazing mentor. She knows what she's doing. And I wanted to really share these things. So if anyone wants to reach out to her, the connections and links are in description. If you'd like to connect with me, hop on that 90-minute strategy consult. My links are also in the description. I want to thank you, Mayor, for joining us today and really sharing your insight. It was so powerful. I am so grateful.
Thank you so much. I really enjoyed chatting with you today.
Oh,
Thank you.
thank you so much. Take care.
You too.